I'm glad you're here.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. I think now it should work with the presentation. Yes.
I think so. Thank you. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, everyone. So we have 1 o'clock. I think we can start with our lab. I will share my screen. I hope everyone can see it. So, hello everyone and welcome to the Urban Thinkers Campus in Mannheim 2022. My name is Elisa Reddick. I work at the city of Mannheim in the Department of Strategy and Democracy for Christian Hübel. And my working area is the UN networks. I will walk you through today's lab. We are now and today talking about the city we need now and the advantages of being part of a network, being able to learn from each other and knowing that we are not alone. You are not alone on the way to implementing the SDGs, on the way to building a better world. We will talk on this lab about the World Urban Campaign and the benefits as well as the advantages of international and intermunicipal networks for the implementation of the global sustainability goals. We will guide you in the application process to the World Urban Campaign. We share knowledge how to organize an UTC, an Urban Thinkers Campus, like this one we have today and tomorrow and here in Mannheim, Germany. And involve city society, how to involve city society in discussions about implementing the SDGs. And above all, we will talk about the city we need now. But let me first pick you up. Let us first arrive in this big, multi-faced topic. You are certainly here for very different reasons. Have heard about this Urban Thinkers Campus from different sources and are interested in exactly this lab for different reasons. Just as cities all over the world and actors from different places in the world are pursuing the global sustainability goals at different levels and areas. But we all have one thing in common. We want to build a better world. We want to create a better world together, and we need each other's support. Let me first express my gratitude to Analia Pastran, who has agreed to work alongside me today and bring this lab, The City We Need Now, to life. Later, I will introduce her properly. Let me give you a little overview for today's lab. After today, I would like all of you to know more about the World Urban Campaign. First, I will introduce it to you. You will see how easy it is to join the platform and what benefits and great informations await you there. As a member of the World Urban Campaign, you are eligible to host an Urban Thinkers Campus. How this works and what you can achieve with it, Analia and I will tell you in detail in our posts. There will be an opportunity for discussions after our presentations about the benefits of partnerships, sharing of knowledge from actors in the implementation of the SDGs, and of course, you are allowed to ask any questions that come to your mind during the lab. The city we need now, what is it? And where does it come from? I would like to start with a short film from the World Urban Campaign about the worldwide campaign, The City We Need Now. Enjoy.
The city we need.
现在开
The
始，
city we need.
现在开始，
My city is healthy. My city is healthy and eat healthy. I can cycle. We have good health and eat healthy. Even we have good healthcare, even for grandpa.
在这个城市我们需要，在这个城市我们需要。
Maintenant.
我不害怕在夜晚的街道上行走，我不害怕在夜晚的街道上行走，安全，在大众运输上也感到安
The
全。
city we need. The city we need. We will reach net zero emissions soon. We will reach net zero emissions soon. Support biodiversity. We recycle. We and support biodiversity. We live differently.
Город, который нужен нам. Город, который нужен нам. Женщины имеют равные возможности. Женщины имеют равные возможности. Для всех. Права существуют для всех.
Que necesitamos.
La ciudad
Maintenant.
Que necesitamos.
Maintenant.
Me gusta mi trabajo. Hemos creado
Me
nuevas
gusta mi
profesiones
trabajo.
para nuevos
Hemos
sectores.
creado nuevas profesiones para nuevos
debería
sectores.
beneficiarse. Todo el mundo debería beneficiarse.
La ville qu'il nous faut. La
حالياً.
ville qu'il nous faut.
حالياً.
J'aime ma ville. Elle est très belle. J'aime ma ville. Nous célébrons plein de cultures ensemble. Nous célébrons plein de cultures
Participo
ensemble.
en el diseño de mi zona.
Participo en el diseño de mi zona.
Y voto
Mi comunidad
en el presupuesto
tiene
local
voz y
cada
voto
año.
en el presupuesto
My
local
mayor
cada
says
año.
that we are resilient. My mayor says that we are resilient face multiple because we are getting ready to face multiple
المدينة
crises.
المطلوبة. المدينة
现在开始
المطلوبة.
现在开
بعض
始，
ليس عنده السكن. البعض يعيش ليس فيه عنده السكن. نحن يعيش نغير فيه هذا. آمنا. نحن نغير هذا.
Tous les jours, nous apprenons tous les jours et innovons pour améliorer notre ville. Et innovons pour améliorer notre ville. Dans votre ville. Et vous? Dans votre ville?
Together shaping the future of cities, leaving no one behind. This is the vision of the World Urban Campaign. The World Urban Campaign is a campaign launched and coordinated by the UN Habitat. The World Urban Campaign is an advocacy and partnership platform that raises awareness about positive urban change in order to achieve green, productive, safe, healthy, inclusive, and well-planned cities. Its goal is to place the urban agenda at the highest level in development policies. It is coordinated by UN Habitat and driven by a large number of committed partners from around the world. The World Urban Campaign promotes the implementation of the new urban agenda to achieve the SDGs. It does so through a set of principles and drivers of change as defined in the City We Need. At this critical moment for cities worldwide, the World Urban Campaign partners have come together to provide a framework and identify related actions for creating the city we need now. The vision is to make cities and settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable by the end of the decade to achieve Sustainable Development Goal 11. which is sustainable cities and communities, while meeting the ever more urgent crisis of climate change, global pandemics like COVID-19, and the challenge of integrating into cities and towns large numbers of new migrants and refugees, while also recognizing their rights, lived experiences, knowledge to positively contribute to their new host city. Because now is the time for action. The City We Need Now, the campaign, will be and was launched globally in 6 regions. Middle East, you can see them on the screen. Middle East, Africa, Europe, North America, Latin America and Caribbean, and Asia and Pacific. Mannheim is leading this global campaign for Europe, which launched 2 weeks ago on Friday, May 6th. We had a wonderful campaign start with inspiring speeches and motivating presentations from our mayor, Dr. Peter Kurz, from Christine Auclair from the World Urban Campaign, from Bella Teschkevili and Pablo Lada from Plattform, and Alexander Yachno from the Rotterdam University. You can watch the live stream on YouTube at the following link. This is also published on the homepage of the World Urban Campaign. Let me briefly explain why Mannheim is so suitable for leading the campaign The City We Need Now, Europe. First, I would like to say a few words about the city of Mannheim. Mannheim is a city of about 320,000 in southwestern Germany. Our roots are industrial. Almost a century and a half ago, Carl Benz built the first automobile here. Did you know that? Still today, it remains an important city for industrial production. But the city is transforming into a green and smart city at the 21st century. One of the key forces guiding our transformation is the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. We decided to localize the SDGs by developing our own mission statement with our residents. In a broad-based participation process, we work together with more than 2,500 Mannheim residents, companies, institutions, associations, and universities to develop the Mannheim 2030 mission statement. That was also in a UTC involved. As one of the 7 pillars of our mission statement, we set the ambitious strategic goal of being climate friendly, climate resilient, and climate neutral city by 2050. This is no easy feat given Mannheim's industrial history. But Mannheim maintains city partnerships and friendships all over the world. We are part of various city networks such as World Urban Campaign, Eurocities, and Global Parliament of Mayors, and others. In 2016, the city of Mannheim was the first city in Germany to hold an Urban Thinkers Campus. Today, it is internationally one of the most experienced in the field of SDG implementation and measurability of progress. Mannheim has set out to share the know-how and experience it has gained. City-to-city learning is so helpful because no one is alone and we can all learn from each other. So, enough words of introduction. Let's get into the World Urban Campaign. As said, World Urban Campaign is a platform for stakeholders, but who can be part of the World Urban Campaign? Everyone can be part of the World Urban Campaign. It is divided in 16 partner groups, which you can see here. We have local and subnational authorities, research and academia, civil society organizations, grassroots organizations, business and industries, children and youth, parliamentarians, women, foundations and philanthropies, professionals, trade unions and workers, farmers, medias, disabilities, and older persons and indigenous people. The composition of the World Urban Campaign works so that partner groups are implemented in one steering committee and participate together and work together. Every partner group has his own chair and co-chair, which is sitting in the steering committee. That's why you get different perspectives, not only different countries, but also all over the world, from different partner groups, as well as experts and beginners are working together. How does they work together? You can see here the organization of the World Urban Campaign, and you can see that the Work Assembly has a seat for every partner of the World Urban Campaign. So that allows the participation of everyone who is partner. Also, a big advantage is that the results of the work of the World Urban Campaign can be transported to high-level political forums. In 2015, the World Urban Campaign developed the city we need to create a shared vision framework towards the United Nations Conference on Housing and Sustainable Urban Development, Habitat 3, held in July of 2016 in Quito, Ecuador. The city we need now is aligned with the city we need and builds on the implementation of goal agreements such as the new urban agenda, transforming our world, the 2030 agenda for sustainable development. The city we need now has 10 action areas, which are the principles, and they are related to the SDGs. You can see them here. The city we need is healthy and promotes well-being. The city we need is free from violence and fosters a culture of peace. The city we need is resilient, low carbon, and adapts to climate change. The city we need is inclusive and promotes gender equality. The city we need is economically vibrant and provides opportunities for all. The city we need has a strong sense of place and has room for diverse identities. The city we need is managed through public participation and democratically governed. The city we need fosters comprehensive and integrated planning and development. The city we need ensures access to housing, services, and mobility. The city we need learns and innovates. You have seen the 10 action areas also in our film we saw. Understanding the city as a complex socio-economical, ecological system can help realize until now impossible dream that of bridging short-term economic goals with longer-term policies and strategies that focus on peace, shared prosperity, and better health, safety, and well-being of all of our cities' inhabitants, while respecting cultural identity and preserving the natural environment. We believe that cities and communities can only become truly regenerative, heritage-rich, resilient, and sustainable if we start applying these key principles and take action. And that's exactly what we want to do with the campaign, The City We Need Now in Europe. We want our cities to learn from each other, and we want to make the local implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals tangible for European municipalities by sharing knowledge and best practices and engaging in exchange. Obstacles become concrete and solutions emerge. We would like to encourage you, municipalities in Europe, no matter how big or small you are, to go into international exchange, join the World Urban Campaign, and benefit from the platform, the experience, and the community. So as I said at the beginning, How can you join the World Urban Campaign? And who can join the World Urban Campaign? You can, as you can see here, everyone can join the World Urban Campaign. It offers different options to join. You can join as partners. This one is for NGOs and organizations. You can join as city partners. That's for municipalities. And you can join as an individual, as a city changer, or a sponsor. To join, you just have to fulfill the short application form, excuse me, and commit to the principles of the city we need now and the implementation of the SDGs. After that, you will write a letter of request and it's done. Once you are a partner, you participate in working groups, as you have seen. You can participate also in the World Urban Campaign Assembly meetings, and you have access to information. You have the possibility to get into contact with other partners and the possibility to apply for the implementation and organization of an Urban Thinkers Campus. The Urban Thinkers Campus is conceived as an open space for critical exchange between urban researchers, professionals, and decision makers who believe that urbanization is an opportunity and can lead to positive urban transformations. It is also intended as a platform to build consensus between partners engaged in addressing urbanization challenges and proposing solutions to urban futures. Urban Thinkers Campus can be organized all over the world. Results are transported to World Urban Campaign and can influence in high-level decisions. As partner of the World Urban Campaign, you get access to toolkits, which will help you to organize an Urban Thinkers Campus. You get instructions, you get contact to persons who can help you and have experience, and the possibility to communicate with other organizers. One of our goals of the World Urban Campaign, The City We Need Now in Europe, is the city-to-city learning and help and support each others and support other cities to organize their Urban Thinkers Campus. We will help you in finding themes, finding partner cities, which you can cooperate organizing Urban Thinkers Campus, like we did in February 2022 with Kuala Lumpur. We had an extraordinary, wonderful Urban Thinkers Campus about climate change. And even if the two cities are so different, it was a big success and a great exchange. We will help you finding speaker, how to promote the Urban Thinkers Campus, and how to get the best results. We want to be there as contact partner where we are needed, where capacities, experience, and knowledge are lacking, true to the motto, leaving no one and no place behind. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope my presentation was helpful and informative. I hope you were able to take something away with you and that questions were clarified. And now it is my honor to introduce you to the next speaker, Analia Pastran. Analia Pastran is founder and executive director of Smartly Social Entrepreneurship on the SDGs, Buenos Aires and New York. Analia was awarded with the Presidential Award of the International Council for Small Business in 2020 and the Entrepreneurial Leadership Award by the International Council for Small Business in Salerno, Italy. She is member of the steering committee of the World Urban Campaign, as you have seen, from the UN Habitat, and was elected to co-chair in the partner constituent group. Analia has given lectures worldwide in the United States, Egypt, Indonesia, Mexico, and other countries. She has coordinated the organization of the Urban Thinkers Campus, Vibrant and Inclusive Urban Life in Mexico 2019, which I'm very excited to hear from that later in your contributions. And currently, she is head of international relations of the Road Safety Agency in Argentina. The stage is yours, Analia. We can't hear you, Analia.
I'm trying to, I think that I have something in my network. Let me see if I'm able to.
We can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Okay, thank you so much for the presentation and also for sharing all the recommendations regarding how to join the World Urban Campaign. And I think that was very specific and concrete how to get in this huge platform. So thank you, Elisa. I'm delighted of being with all of you today, sharing our experience. We are members, as Elisa said, in the steering committee of the World Urban Campaign. I'm also one of the co-chairs of one of the professionals groups of this platform. And well, I have this. Our organization Smartly is was been organizing the same action like Mannheim in Europe, in Latin America and the Caribbean. So we've been doing that all these months since we started this year. Mainly, I would like to share with you our experience in terms of being part of the World Urban Campaign. We joined this platform in 2018, and we've been working as one of the groups, as I said, in the professional group. And one of the main things that we really love of being part in this platform is that we have the opportunity to share concrete actions to get a sustainable, accessible, resilient city for all. And so all the partners, all the members, we are not only committed to the Sustainable Development Goals of the 2030 Agenda, the new urban agenda. Also, we are working in concrete actions in how to implement this in our cities, in our communities. And one of the main things that we've been working on this is how to raise the voices, how to communicate and disseminate these actions worldwide. And this program of UN Habitat, the World Urban Campaign, is giving us the opportunity as private sector, civil society, from academia, from the different sectors of our cities, to connect to each other, to work together on these specific urban thinkers campuses, like this one, like we are doing today. And that experience give us the opportunity not only of sharing good practices, but also connecting to each other, connecting the organizations from different regions, sharing the same challenges, but also sharing the same solutions that are located in one specific city, but perhaps it can be implemented in another city as well, with and readapting those solutions. So that's the main. I don't know if you can hear me well. I think that I'm having some issues with the connection, but Elisa, just let me know. In some, thank you. in some of the slides, I'm going to go faster because Elisa, she already mentioned, but one of the things that we are doing in Latin America is trying to connect this global campaign from our specific culture, idiosyncrasy, and also specific language, because we work in Latin America mostly in Spanish. So the content of the New Urban Agenda, all the actions we have in English and in Spanish as well, and some content is also in Portuguese. So that's one of the things that we are focusing right now, our attention, how to connect this global content that usually is mostly in English, that we need to readapt that content to our language to to get and accelerate also the message to our own communities that mainly, for example, in our region, they don't not speak English. For example, the politicians, there are parliamentarians, there are also a lot of people from civil society. So one of the main goals for us is how to readapt that content into our language. And I've been in contact also with Asia, with other regions, and they are doing the same, are trying to readapt. And as you've seen also, I hope you're watching the video that Elisa has shared with us. This video is in all the languages, and that's something that we are trying to also to show the diversity that we have and how this message has to be available for all. We are living, and we generation is going through 3 crises at the same time. We are going through climate change. We are going to trying to reactivate the economy and our institutions after COVID-19. And also we are having this latent nuclear risk with this global security war that we are living. Well, and mainly you are living in Europe. But this war is affecting the global security worldwide, no matter where you are located. So our generation has to be more flexible, more bold, to try and give solutions for the cities, having this global framework, this global context in mind. How our public policies, our legislations, our actions in our cities has to be sustainable, climate change responsive, COVID-19 pandemic responsive as well, and also in terms of security. So that's one of the main lenses that we have to have right now. Of course, besides all the principles that we are going to explain more. So our cities right now, from the World Bank campaign, we're working mainly through the SDG 11 to get sustainable cities and communities for all, and the right to the city for a better life in the city. And during COVID, we had the opportunity to rethink how is the better way forward, what is the better way that we want to live. And right now we're having the opportunity to implement those solutions, those actions that we thought where we were living this pandemic situation. And mainly what is the kind of recovery and a connection in the society and in our communities that we need. So these principles of the city we need now were result from a lot of work in terms of connecting the knowledge of all the professionals, the leaders of the different organizations, members of the World Bank campaign, trying to trying to put in one document with concise recommendations, with a specific points and bullet points. What are the main issues that we need to achieve to get the city we need now? So as Elisa said and shared with you in the presentation, we have 10 principles that are cross-cutting, that we need to work all of them together. And so when you are thinking, for example, in transportation, in sustainable mobility, how this mobility is going to be culture, is going to get and include diversity, how it's going to include gender equality, not only climate adaptation, also these other points as well, and how is this transportation is going to be safe. So all the points, all the principles were thought in terms of this cross-cutting view, and also trying to be a tool and a specific tool for the decision makers in the decision making process, to get these public policies and this legislation and this action. No matter if you are from private sector as well, you can contribute on these topics, having these 10 principles in mind. And also, the principles not only are connected in terms of the new urban agenda, they are, as you can see in the slide, they are connected with the Sustainable Development Goals, and how we can get how we can achieve them in our communities, in our cities. And also, one of the things that I would like to share with you in terms of the Sustainable Development Goals is that from Smartly, we usually say that the SDGs are like hashtags for public policy that give us the opportunity to connect our organizations worldwide, globally. And for example, if you are saying that from your university, you are working on decent work and economic growth, you can, on SDG specifically, you are trying to impact on SDG 8, you have the opportunity to connect with other organizations, with other universities, with other municipalities globally, communicating that you are working that specific SDG. And this is part of being in terms of a new era. We are living in this globalized world, and we have the opportunity to, in terms of globalization, of thinking that all action local is global, and all global impact could be local as well. So this kind of framework that the United Nations gave us, the member states, when in 2015, they arrived to this specific tool, like the Sustainable Development Goals. They were a main achievement for first time ever. All the human beings, all the governments that they signed these Sustainable Development Goals in the 2030 agenda, they arrived thinking that what is the main new social contract that we need for these times, and this coincidence in terms of what is the well-being that we need, that we want for our communities, for our cities, no matter where you are. That's one of the main achievements in 2015. And well, we have different actions that we are working through the World Bank campaign as well. For example, Women 2030 is one of the programs that we are working, empowering women in terms of how to build a sustainable career, and how to empower women in terms of funding, in terms of breaking the glass ceiling. So we are, as in one of the other urban labs today. In the Urban Lab 3, we were talking about this specific action, and that's one of the cross-cutting issues that we are working in the urban campaign through all the groups, constituency groups. Also, one of the other actions that we are working is how to build this sustainability in terms of doing businesses. It's not only it doesn't have to be only the focus in making money. We need to think how to doing good impact in terms of the environment, in terms of our own community, and how to make profit as well. So that's a new way of doing businesses, and we are working on this and how to be bold in terms of implementing the sustainability, the SDGs in the beginning of the business process and of the business plan. One of the other actions that we are trying to improve is in terms of legislation. In our countries, we need to mostly in our region, we need to build better capacity in terms of building better institutions. And one of the key things is working in legislation, is working in terms of norms that give us the opportunity to boost this sustainability, this focus on the new urban agenda in terms of this urban legislation that we need, and connecting that with the legislative branch, with the parliamentarians that mainly most of them, they know about the new urban agenda or the sustainable development goals, but in the national level, not in the local level. So when we saw that, when we observed that, we started working with municipalities, with the local councils, with the local parliamentarians, and trying to connect this global agenda with their own routines, with their own necessities. And one of the things that we came up were with having this urban legislation to promote and protect the entrepreneurial ecosystem, also in terms of having urban legislation on sustainable tourism. That was one of the main issues that we have after the pandemic. I don't know, but for some reason I cannot share my screen, but mainly we were doing this. We are doing this, improving the urban legislation and connecting the legislation with the sustainable development goals and the new urban agenda. And going back to the actions from the urban campaign that we are doing with these regional campaigns, is having the opportunity to increase the Urban Thinkers campuses, increase the partners, the members that are involved with this campaign, and also having the opportunity to share for sharing good practices, concrete actions. We've been doing Urban Thinkers campuses in Mexico, in Ecuador, in Argentina as well, organizing actions with the media, with the journalists, trying to connect the new urban agenda with their knowledge, with their work. So that's mainly what we are doing. And let me see if I can stop sharing. Yeah, I'm trying to. So I'm open to discuss more about the urban campaign and how we are working together. Thank you.
Thank you, Analia, for this interesting presentation. I think especially the points about the challenges of international work and connecting to each other internationally has enriched our lab today. And also I look forward to the discussion about it, because I think you gave a lot of great examples how that can work. Our mayor yesterday in our opening event said that the SDGs are a language, a common global language, which helps us towards building a better future or a better world. And I think it's a very good picture in mind, because the language, as you said, also is sometimes a big problem connecting internationally, also for or much more for smaller municipalities in countries which may sometimes doesn't have that much resources to work internationally, and maybe doesn't have the experience to connect also in English. And as you said, most of the documents are in English, and also the language we are connecting internationally is English. So I think the picture of the SDGs, taking the SDGs as a language, is a good start to think in connecting each other. Yeah, also you said, what are the main issues to work on the city we need now? I think taking action is so important in this discussion, because we have theory and we have a lot of documents and we have ideas, and I think the action is so important, and is now with the campaign, the city we need now, is one of the issues of the campaign also. And I would like to remain, or to say again, that our Urban Thinkers Campus today, as you said already, Analia, is also based on our focuses on two big topics, which one of them is gender equity. As you said, we had a very interesting urban lab today morning at 3 about the gender equality in African cities. And you can see this lab also on YouTube. You can find it on our website. And also the other focus on our today's Urban Thinkers Campus is the city's partnerships and achieving the SDGs together. And that's also a big focus on our lab today, and also for the campaign, The City We Need Now, which unites the cities of the regions and also globally for working together on the SDGs. I can see that there are not so much participants today. We had massive technical problems. I'm very sorry about that. That's also the reason why I'm sitting here in an improvised office and it's a little bit messy. I'm very sorry about that. But if you want, we can try a discussion. I would like to invite everyone to join, and feel free to introduce yourself, tell where you are from, why you are interested in joining the World Urban Campaign maybe, or what are your questions today. If you want to, and wait a little bit, but I can see in the chat, yeah. Okay, I don't think there are much participants left. Then let me say that participating in the World Urban Campaign has a lot of advantages, and it's very easy to join. And as Analia said, it's not only about sharing best practices, but it's also about connecting to each other and working together. And always, sometimes also the exchange is a way to get results. And yes, I had prepared a little game for today for the participants, where everyone can tell maybe a problem which he sees, maybe something he sees when he's going to work every day, or maybe something that that the city has been working a lot of years on, or maybe something that has just come up, and then tell this challenge, and anyone which is here from another city could have been react to that and say, hey, we have the same problem, or we have solved already this problem in our city. So but I think that we can just leave it like this and say, this is it for the, this is the way communication and connecting works, that you can share ideas, you can share also anything with what comes to your mind, and other people can react to that, and other people can tell from their stories, their experiences. So that's why the World Urban Campaign is so rich for the success of the implementation of the World Urban of the SDGs, because you can share and you can work together, and you can achieve big, nice things together. I would like to say also that organizing Urban Thinkers Campus is so in joint versions, so you can cooperate together, and so you are not alone, maybe for the first time, and then see that this can be a very rich experience to organize Urban Thinkers Campus together. Yes. I'm glad that we have your experience today, Analia. I am glad we had this experience and this perspective also from Latin America, which is all in some points very different to ours in Europe, but in some points we are very close and we can learn from each other and share experience. So that is very helpful and very nice. I'm very glad also. Sorry, no, please.
If I would like to say and congratulate Mannheim for being one of the municipalities leading the region. I think it's a great example for another local governments, for another cities that perhaps they hesitate about joining the urban campaign, what this implies for the municipality, and it's more trying to boost the actions that the city is already doing. The people are doing a lot of work in terms of for the city we need now, and perhaps they don't know about. They don't know that they are already doing a lot of things, but disconnected with this platform, disconnected with this all these global potential global partners, and that's the main focus of trying to think not only locally, trying to put the attention in terms of what are the other opportunities that your city, that your municipality has in terms of connecting to another local governments, with other universities, with other people worldwide. And I think that's the main action that Mannheim is doing, showing that it's possible that the local government can do this, can lead this, not only in Germany. I think this is a great example for many other cities and governments as well. And I think that showing that because mainly the concern is we need to increase the budget. We need to, what is this, the implication in terms of that? So perhaps Elisa, you can share your experience in this sense.
Yeah, thank you, Analia, for this input. I think exactly that's the problem. Sometimes municipalities are afraid of maybe joining a platform like this because it's so big and it's so, they think they have to achieve something for being part of the World Urban Campaign or for being part of a network. And I would like to take this take off this fear and maybe say that you can join any time and you can join with any little project or with nothing. Just your interest is important, and if you want to change something, or if you are interested in working on the SDGs, maybe that's a big first step, just joining first the World Urban Campaign and see what is going on globally and see what are doing other municipalities. And it doesn't matter how big or small the municipality is or the region or anything. As you saw, you can join as every organization, and yeah, I think more than big cities, smaller municipalities are important to join, because maybe they don't have this access to international relations if they aren't part of a platform like this. So yeah, I would like to take off the fear, and I would like to say, please, you can do this. You can join the World Urban Campaign, and you can write us, or you can connect with us for any help. We are very honored to help you, and very yeah, we would like to help everyone who is interested in joining the World Urban Campaign. And also we would like also to work a lot on this challenges that exist in the international work together, in the international exchange. That is not only the language, but also the resources. You need people who work on this, and you need time for this, and that is also a big question. And we are taking this with us, and we want to make this on our focus this year, and also with the City We Need Now campaign Europe, to work on this and help municipalities, no matter how big or how small they are, to get into the international work. Yes.
Yeah, excellent.
So
wonderful. And also I would like to thank Christian Hubel. I don't know, he's a huge ally with us in this, being as member as one of the constituency group in the World Urban Campaign. So I think that we need people also committed with this from each municipality, as you as well, Elisa. I think that having people, one or two or three, no matter how, but it matters that it's people involved from the municipalities working and trying to connect the work that you are doing in your city to others. And I think that's our main goal in this regional campaign.
yes, definitely, and thank you for reminding me. I would like to thank also Christian Hübel, who unfortunately has a lot of jobs today in different labs, so he couldn't make it to this lab, but you can see him after this lab on lab 3 about SDG partnerships. It will be very interesting, and this hybrid form. So thank you. Yes, he has done a lot of work in connecting cities and is still doing a lot of work, and he is chair of the local and regional authorities on the working group in World Urban Campaign. So he has done a lot of work in this and has said that this is one of our goals, to break the fear and to get municipalities to join the World Urban Campaign and to connect to each other. And yes, exactly. So thank you very much. And I would like to take the opportunity to announce that as part of our campaign, the City We Need Now, Europe, we were planning a learning event to which I cordially invite you. It will primarily have a city-to-city learning objective, but of course everyone is welcome to attend, also organizations and everyone. We want to go into exchange and we'll hear 3 reports from Urban Thinkers Campus in Europe. The announcement will be by email and on the City of Mannheim website and on the World Urban Campaign site. Within this framework, we also plan to build a platform for exchange and best practices. We thought about collecting best practices for each of the 10 action areas of the City We Need Now. We haven't still scheduled the event, but you will hear from this as soon as possible. Yes, and if you want to say something, Analia, or
yeah, I would like to thank you all for preparing, and I know the hard work that is organizing Urban Thinkers Campus. So thank you for the huge effort leading the Europe region, and open to please contact me through the social media channels. I'm open to share our experience, to be also help for join you the urban campaign. And I think it's important having more governments involved in the work, as well as parliamentarians, people in the decision making process level, because that's the way that we are going to go through these principles as implementation as a public policy, urban legislation. That's the main action that we need from the professional group and also the other groups. We have a lot of recommendations and concrete actions that we are doing in different cities and communities, and that knowledge is it's a tremendous opportunities for all to accelerate the 2030 agenda, accelerate the new urban agenda in your own city. So please be in touch, join us, and thank you so much, Elisa, for this urban lab. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you to you, Analia. Thank you very much for your presentation and everything you told us, and yes, for being here with us. I'm very sure we will work together, and we will still be in contact after this. And yes, now it only remains for me to thank you all for your participation, and thank you for your inputs, and Analia. And I know that this lab was on YouTube, so I think most of the participants have been changed to the YouTube channel. Yes, you are all cordially invited to participate also tomorrow in the different labs we have on the topic of municipal cooperation and gender equality. And some of the labs also are in English for everyone who want to participate in English, and are also online. And yes, stay well, everyone, and let's keep in touch, because together we can achieve the city we need now. Thank you very much, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You are currently the only person in this conference.